Ahorita yo lo tengo mute.
Ah, mira, ya la está.
Ya me estoy yendo.
No, ya no.
I think so.
Good morning. Could someone send us the link in the chat for the YouTube, or is it the same one from yesterday? Thank you. Hey, just to let y'all know, everything you're doing is being broadcast on YouTube. So, make sure that if you have your camera on, that you're aware that everything is being broadcast on YouTube to a Presidio County Court channel, just to give you all a heads up.
I wasn't. If y'all, yeah, hold on.
Rod, can you hear the judge?
No, I can't.
Okay. Yeah, I can't either. Judge, we can't hear you.
Hello, can you all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. What did you press?
I don't know, but we'll just take it like that.
Okay, whatever you press, just remember because we'll have to press it again. So good morning. I'd like to greet everyone and tell you good morning. And today is September the 18th, 2020. We'll go ahead and start this morning with arraignments. And before we start, I just want to say thank you to everybody who has been patient with our technical difficulties, because we have had technical difficulties. And I still would like to thank Brenda Pondo. I would like to thank Yvette. And I would like to thank, what is her name in Alpine? Marina in Alpine, who got all this set up. It's taken them a while to get all this set up. The Zoom and the YouTube, and they worked very hard. We're all learning still. None of us are technical experts, so we have had some hiccups, but we'll get over them, and I really appreciate their assistance to me and all their help. So thank you, Brenda, thank you, Yvette, and thank you, Marina, from the County Attorney's Office. God bless you all. So with that, we'll go ahead and continue with court. And the first person that I'd like to call to see if you are present is Oscar Favela Rodriguez, and this is case number 6683. Yes, number 6683. Are you there, Oscar Favela Rodriguez? Looks like not. Looks like he's not on the Zoom.
I have him on my docket.
Just a second. This is your first.
Judge?
Yes.
Judge, this is Flor. That 6683 is set for 4 o'clock, 4 p.m. this afternoon.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was looking at my wrong arraignment sheet. Thank you, Flor.
Oh, it's okay.
I do
So
see
much.
that before, Judge.
Okay, great. Okay, so the first one is Ferman Jr. Gomez. That's case number 6607. Ferman Jr. Is that you, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. Good morning. Thank you for appearing this morning. We know this is kind of difficult. These are difficult times. Thank you so much for appearing, for being present. You are charged with the offense of driving while license invalid with a previous conviction. Does that still make it a Class B misdemeanor? Is the state ready? Okay. So I'm asking the state that if it's a previous conviction, does it still make it a Class B misdemeanor?
Yes.
Okay.
Judge, if I may, due to the conversations we had yesterday, I think it may be improper to do arraignments because of the lack of access by the public to this hearing. Just wanted to bring that to the court's attention again today. Kind of the same conversation we had yesterday with Mr. McDermott.
I'm sorry.
Judge, does someone potentially have YouTube, the YouTube channel going on in the background? I think that's probably what's causing the feedback.
Technical difficulties?
Okay.
Yes,
Yes.
Judge. I think, because if I have Zoom going right now, it's like when you go to a concert and you take the microphone too close to the amplifier. And that's what's causing that feedback. So if someone has the Zoom going in the background on their web page and not just, YouTube, like has the YouTube page pulled up, I think that's what's causing that feedback we keep hearing. Like it just needs to be the Zoom app that's up.
So it just needs to be the Zoom or the YouTube on.
Okay. Right now, we only have the Zoom on right now. I don't
Did you
have-
take off the YouTube?
Yeah, I'm not logged into you, but you're not logged into YouTube.
Okay.
So when you speak and he speaks, the echo. So I put him on mute, so you're gonna be the one to speak.
Okay, Mr. McShane, I believe that we've done that already. So
Okay.
can you hear me right now clear?
Yes, Judge, I can hear you fine.
can. Okay, great.
I believe maybe Mr. Cotton's computer. That's when it seemed to be. I don't know how they're doing the YouTube and everything, but that would be my guess. I'm no technical expert either. I'm just trying to help the court.
No, and we did discuss that yesterday, that because the Zoom account and the YouTube account aren't married, it's not one together. That's what was causing all the different, the terrible audio that we had yesterday. So we did figure that out yesterday. Thank you. And right now, Mr. McShane, I do know that you made a statement that perhaps, and I didn't hear it clearly. So if you could please repeat it, that perhaps we should have
In this,
arraignments today or not have arraignments today.
I think like yesterday, due to the technical difficulties and the inaccessibility of YouTube to the public, that
Yes.
it might not be a good idea to have arraignments today. Just due to the same conversation we had yesterday. I think it's very important that the gentleman did show up today and, did as the court ordered, but, kind of in the same vein as yesterday, it may be improper to exclude the public. We don't know who would want to view these proceedings for whatever reason.
Nothing substantive is going to happen today if she arraigns somebody.
I mean, I understand
No
that,
plea is
Rod,
No
but
plea is going to be taken and no plea is going to be offered. It's just we're trying to move the docket and you're blocking it if you don't want her to even arraign somebody and tell them what their charge is. That's all.
I mean,
If
it's so in arraignment, they ask for a plea, Rod, and it will
As for a
be
plea, we're not going to offer a plea today, and we're not going to take a plea today. But this would be the same as if somebody came in and asked for a lawyer between dockets. The judge would listen to them and give them a lawyer. What's wrong with that?
I mean,
Well-
Rod, it's the beginning of a of a proceeding that would require an attorney. I mean, anything, even at magistration, clients are supposed to have an attorney if they wish, and
The
it's
whole
a
point of the arraignment is so that the judge can ask them if they want a lawyer, and if they do, she'll appoint you, and you're on the TV.
It's a separate issue, Rod, though. We're talking about two different things. We're talking about the court's access to the public's access to courts, which is extremely important. And, there's no way I've had to ask every time for the YouTube channel here.
Having
And so-
technical difficulties, Bailey, as you well know. And so we're trying to do the best we can.
Okay,
with
I'm
the
going to call my
technical
court to order because
Okay.
you two are going back and forth, but I understand. So this is what I would like to do today. This is what I think the court would be good for the court to do today. If someone is on Zoom and we do not experience any technical difficulties in going back and forth. The only thing that I would like to entertain today is having someone inform me if they would like an attorney present. But until we get this, an attorney appointed, that's what I meant to say. And then until we get all these technical difficulties done, we'll do the full arraignments in court and take pleas. And then, yeah, maybe right now, even, maybe right now we could at least just find out who needs an attorney, and we could get that process going. I could still admonish them, but I would feel comfortable. I would only feel comfortable admonishing them again and taking that as an formal in a formal admonishment in the next proceeding when everything is working in sync. How's that? I think that's a fair thing to do.
I'm not trying to block the process. I just think that the lack of access to the court proceedings by the public, same as holding these, in your office ex parte, I just think it's improper. I had this in the link to my office today. We're trying to help and, work through everything, but I had to send the new YouTube link to my office this morning so that my office could watch. And so I think that the public has the right to know what's going on in the court system. I think
Daily,
that
the judge the judge is holding court in public here at the courthouse, and people can walk in and sit here if they want to.
I mean, what
Public's
about
not barred from where we are.
I mean, that seems to
That's
fly
what-
in the face of the I mean, is this a
We're
necessary?
in the judge's chambers, and she
Wait.
has a sign on the door that we are holding court, and people can come in.
I mean,
Rod, Mr. Ponton, there's an executive order from the governor that says that that is not possible, that people are not allowed to go into a courtroom. They're not allowed to go into the judge's chambers to attend court. They're to attend court only by Zoom with invitation if they're a party or a participant, or by a YouTube link that is publicly noticed for the public to be able to have access. We do
Mr. McDermott, why don't you want clients to have a counsel appointed today? What's
Wait,
wrong with
I'm
that?
gonna go ahead and just call to order today. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a recess. This court will now take a recess. I am going to call legal at TAC, and then I will come back to you. I will be right back. So at this time, the court will now take a recess just to do a little bit of research on both suggestions. And then we will come back. The time right now is 10:22, and we should be back at 10:32. And for all of you out there that are joining in, I thank you again. I thank you for your patience. And we will be back in 10 minutes. Thank you. And I apologize for the inconvenience right now. Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
We can't hear you, Judge, but I sent you a text that I think that Mr. Ponton and I kind of agree, at least depending on what you have heard from TAC. I know. Can't hear you. No, ma'am, still can't hear you.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Can you hear us? Yes. Okay, so now I should mute myself. Okay. All right, so your internet connection is unstable. Your network is low. Okay, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, great, wonderful. Okay, so the time is 10:33 or a little after 10:33. And it's actually 10:35. We took that 10-minute recess so that I could do some research. So all I'm going to do today as a court is whoever is present for court, I'm going to be calling your names. And if you address the court and express to the court that you do not have an attorney and would like an attorney appointed, I'm going to take your name and your address and I'm going to mail you the paperwork so that the next, and everything will be running smooth by then, I'm positive, I'm sure of that. Then we'll proceed with all other court matters. But today we will not take pleas, we will not, because we want those to be explicitly clear to you, and you have that right to have those, to understand what your rights are, and for them to be very clear to you. But if you, in the interest of justice and helping the cases go along, all I can do today is count you as present, and if you need an attorney, we'll make sure that if you do not have one, we can go ahead and appoint you one. We won't appoint you one today. Do it the way we did yesterday. If we could move them to a chat room, because we do have attorneys that we can appoint today to you, and we could move you to a chat room and let you communicate with that attorney as far as your contact information goes. How's that? Is
Judge.
everybody?
Yes, Judge, and we are available so that they don't put their addresses, whatever, that we can put them in chat and then we can follow up with them right away. And we can help move that process along for you, absolutely.
Okay, wonderful. That's great. Thank you so much, Mr. McDermott.
Yes, ma'am.
So I had called as a first case, Fairman Jr. Gomez, and he was not on, correct? So
I'm on,
then,
ma'am.
the next.
I'm on, ma'am.
You
I'm
are?
on.
Okay, Mr. Gomez, thank you. Thank you for your patience also. So Mr. Gomez, do you wish to have an attorney appointed? Do you are
no.
you represented by counsel?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I would not like to have an attorney. What happened? I want to know if you could give me some advice on this case, because I got arrested here. No, I'm from Odessa, Texas, and I got arrested here at home for the same case. So I'm out on bond on the same case out of Marfa and out of Odessa. So I don't know what to do. Can you give me some advice on that, please?
Probably don't want to say that.
Okay, we cannot give you advice, sir. The court cannot give you any advice. But you can get advice from an attorney. So if you have more than one case pending, and let me ask you your status. Are you employed at this time?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay, so you would definitely qualify to have an attorney appointed for you at no cost to you. So what we could do is, since I cannot give you any advice, you can get advice from an attorney that's appointed to you. So that's what we're gonna indicate on your record, is that you need an attorney appointed.
Your Honor, I got a letter from Presidio County telling me that if I paid the $500, the case would be dismissed, or not be dismissed, but it would take care of that case. And I just want to know.
Please disregard that letter. Excuse me, sir. Please disregard that letter, okay? You cannot waive your right to an attorney, which is what that letter is saying, until you have been properly admonished by the court. In other words, until I have told you exactly what your rights are and what will happen if you do not wish to exercise those rights. So you are not able to just sign that letter and send it in until the court has explained to you, and the court knows that you understand your rights, and the court knows that you understand your rights, and even after you've understood your rights and what could happen if you do not, if you wish to represent yourself, when the court sees that you understand all of those ramifications or all of those conditions, then the court can say, oh, okay, you can go ahead and not represent yourself. But not right now. In no way can that happen at this time.
Yes,
okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
So the court can go ahead and appoint an attorney, and I'm going to go ahead and do that for you at this time. Since you are unemployed and you would qualify for an attorney, and then the attorney can give you advice, the court cannot give you advice.
Yes, Your Honor, I understand.
And then you can proceed forward in the best manner, taking into consideration all your charges in the county and outside the county. So, Mr. McDermott. Mr. McDermott, are you there?
Yes, Judge, I'm
Mr.
back.
McShane.
Yes, Judge, I'm here.
Let's see. Can you hear me, Mr. McShane?
I can now, Judge.
Oh, okay. So earlier you said that these persons will go to a chat room with you
Yes, Judge. I
that need an attorney?
I can send him our office number, or if we can be sent into a breakout room, I can get his number. I have Mr. Baez standing by to give them a call and get their information and get everything to you.
Okay, all right, so,
I can go ahead and do that right now, Judge.
okay, go ahead. Okay, Mr. Anthea, you're going with Mr. McShane now.
Judge, whoever's the host would have to send me to a
The one I was just with.
Mr. Gomez.
Who's next?
Mr. Gomez, did you get the number I sent you in the chat?
Gomez, that's right.
It should say chat, and there should be a little window that popped up with our number. Someone will be there to take your information from you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Mr. McShane.
Okay, so I wonder, I'll go on to the next person, Mr. McShane, while you're with Mr. Renteria. And
Judge.
Mr. Renteria, when you have communicated with
Gomez.
Mr. Gomez, I'm sorry. Gomez, yes. Okay. So when you have communicated with Mr. McShane, then, did you hear that, Mr. McShane?
Judge, I did. I am not able to send myself. Whoever's the host would need to send myself and Mr. Gomez into a room. I can't take us out.
Okay,
it has to be.
So is she doing that now?
Just if the guy, get a phone number from the guy and just have those guys call him directly.
So Mr. No, but we don't want to say that on Zoom, his phone number,
Judge, if you want to
like that.
I'll give you my number. My number is 43.
No, sir. No, sir, you don't give that out.
Give their number out. That's a public number.
I already sent it as Judge. If you make me a co-host, I can send myself in and out of rooms, but I can't do it with the permissions I have.
I don't know how to make you a co-host. Do you know? So that would be a thing to do next time, is to make sure that they're a co-host. And then when we do have these situations, they can go on to the next room. That room?
Let me see. Okay, I'm back.
McShane's in the waiting room, not a breakout room.
Or waiting room, yeah.
What I suggest you do is you give the people on Zoom the federal public defenders, the state public defenders phone number.
Okay.
And tell them to call. Because it's a public number.
Okay, Mr. McShane,
Yes, Judge.
what is the number to your office?
Judge, I already sent it to Mr. Gomez. If he received it, it looks like he received it. He's shaking his head yes.
Yes.
Okay, if you could give our office a call, Mr. Gomez, it will likely be Connie that answers the phone, and she'll be able to take down your information, and we'll help you get the paperwork you need to get to the judge and everything, okay?
Thank you, Mr. McShane, Your Honor. Thank you. You have a blessed
You're
day.
welcome. You too. Thank you. Okay, great. Okay, bye-bye. Oh, waving bye to each other. Okay. Next person on the docket, this time is George Renteria Villanueva. You on,
Present.
Mr. Villanueva?
Morning.
Okay, Mr. Renteria. Good morning. Okay, thank you again for your patience, and please excuse all the technical difficulties that we've had. I thank you for being present today. Mr. Villanueva, you are charged with the offense of driving while license invalid, also with a previous conviction. And Mr. Villanueva, are you employed at this time?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Villanueva, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Could you hear me?
Renteria? Can
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have?
No. You're kind of breaking out.
Okay, that time I didn't understand you.
I said, no, I'm not, but you're breaking out.
I didn't understand him.
Judge, you seem to be.
I didn't understand you.
You're breaking out, Judge.
You seem to be frozen. Oh, okay. Let's do that. Okay, I'll see if they can hear you now. Okay, am I still frozen? Hello?
It's just very slow.
Okay, ask him if he wants an attorney. Sir, do you need an attorney
Yes.
appointed? You do? Okay.
Yes.
Shane? Let's
Yes,
do
Judge.
that. Okay. Are you employed, sir? Are you
No,
working at
ma'am.
this time?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you qualify. Mr. McShane, do you want to do the same thing with him?
Judge, I'm sending him our number right now.
Okay, great.
Mr. Renteria, if you look at the bottom where it says chat, there should be a little like one or little notification, and there should be a private chat from me with our phone number. If you can call our office and talk to Connie, she'll get down your information. We'll get you the information from the court and make sure that it gets sent into the court.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, Your Honor.
Judge, may he be excused?
Thank you. Sorry about all the difficulties, all the technical difficulties.
All good.
Okay,
Thank you.
Jorge Luis. Okay, take care. Be safe now. Next, the court calls Jorge Luis Cepeda. Are you on, Mr. Cepeda? Looks like not. Okay, so Jose Luis Granados Signs, are you on?
Judge, I'm looking at that. I don't know if that's our client who's set later that we have announced for trial already. The names look very similar. If that is the same client, I'd ask that we be appointed to this case as well. Let me go into my
To
files.
Jose Luis Granado Sainz.
Yes, Judge, we've got a Jesus Signs who we have set for trial that we spoke about yesterday. Let me go into our files and see if I can find more identifying information about him and see if it's the same client.
Okay, because this person his name is not Jesus, it's Jose Luis.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So
Judge.
yeah,
Okay, it's a different.
yeah,
person.
this client is Jose Luis, not Jesus. Yeah. I know that it's hard going back and forth. So it's Jose Luis Granado Sainz. So I don't think that he's on.
No.
Yeah. Next person is Karime Ramos. Karime Ramos. Jesus Montoya Vega. Okay, they're not scheduled to be on until 1. So that's all we had for right now.
Ask him.
For
Ask him
Mr. McShane, I have a question for you.
on the pre-trials.
Yes,
If,
On the pre-trials,
for these two.
yes, Judge.
does Oscar Favela Rodriguez and Lara Montes Salazar belong to you all? Are those cases you're already appointed to?
At what time, Judge?
Those are on 4 o'clock.
On 4 o'clock, Judge, we have Juan Fuentes Garcia, Miguel Angel Ramirez, and Celine Hernandez. Those are the only ones I have on pretrial. The arraignments, I don't believe are clients of ours. If they are appointed to us, we're happy to do what we need to do. And Judge, while I've got you, as we discussed yesterday, our clients are excused from court today. Is that correct? The ones that we are appointed on?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. Thank you, Judge. Just clarifying, it'll be Mr. Chambers this afternoon.
That's all we have for right now.
All right. Okay, thank you. So that's all we have for now. So we'll return at 1 o'clock. No, is it 1? Yes, at 1 o'clock we will be back. Thank you.
Thank you.